dude. Hi guys! Good morning guys, happy Friday. I skipped a day yesterday, been just so busy. Song a day. How's it going? Day 11. I've done 10 songs so far, and I have to say, it's been going extremely well. I've shared my first 7 songs with my patrons, and I will do the same thing after the next 7 days. It's been going extremely well. And I think here's why. I committed to it. And even when it's hard at times, I force myself. I talked about it before, and it works. I will not leave the computer, leave that started song until I've got something. And it's working. I make sure that I have a verse. I make sure that I have a verse, that I have a chorus, and maybe a bridge, and then I have some basic chords to go along with it. And it's working extremely well. I have to show this because I think it's so freaking cute. Balti, what are you doing? It's such an amazing overcast day today in LA. I absolutely love it. You've heard me say it before. I live for these cloudy overcast days in Los Angeles because we don't get them enough. So while we can, I'll take full advantage of it. So now that I'm working on a song a day, I'm actually realizing that I'm writing an album. I'm super stoked, super excited. You may say to yourself, well, I'm not really inspired. I don't have time. And honestly, there is plenty of time if you can make the commitment to make the time. Now I've made it a habit, and I feel that if I don't write that song that day, then I haven't accomplished everything I meant to accomplish, and that's huge for me. So writing it at the end of the day, I know that, wow, I did it, cool, now I can go to sleep. So I wanted to give you some inspiration in case you do want to write some songs and you don't know where to start, you're stuck. I want to give you 5 tips on what you could do to write a song today. So there's 5 ways you can get inspired. Number 1, write down 20 titles. Pick 20 titles, don't think too much about it. Just jot down 20 titles and then pick your favorite one out of those 20 and just write about it. There's inspiration everywhere. So number 2, go outside and look for something you could write about. There's an amusement park here right now. Maybe you can write about an amusement park, how fun it would be or how much I hate it. Or the sleeping dog over there. How cool it must be to be a dog and just be sleeping all day. So there's a story everywhere. Pick one, look around you and pick a story from there. Number 3, maybe you don't write your own music or you're not inspired. Go on YouTube and click on a karaoke version of a song that you really don't know and write your own melody and words to it. Try it. It may just work. Go on a little adventure. This is number 4. Go on a little adventure, a little road trip, or take a ride on a carnival, I don't know, and write about that experience. Maybe you haven't done this in a long time. Maybe you're scared of doing that, and then write something about that. Would that help? Maybe. Here's one of my all-time favorites. You pick an existing song and you replace the words of the song syllable by syllable. You replace all the words, but you keep that whole structure the same. And at the end of that exercise, you add your own melody to it. That's a pretty good one. When it comes to songwriting, I think that there's no right or wrong. It's all a way of expressing yourself, and it all depends on what you're writing for. If you're writing for just yourself as an artist and you don't care if the song goes number 1, gets placed in a TV show or whatever, but just for your fans, then just go with that. If you want to really get your music placed, then be a bit more aware of, are my lyrics universal enough for other people to really connect with it? Or could I improve on that? Could I make it a bit more clear without being too literal? I know there's like so many different ways to go about it. And there's a way to refine your lyrics and still be completely authentic. I think a lot of times we fear that if we are too structured or we analyze it too much, then we're taking the life out of the song, you know, the original vibe of it. And I kind of sort of disagree. And it happens sometimes to me. And when that happens, I go back because you can always go back. You know, there's no, just because it changed something doesn't mean that it has to stay that way. If you hate it, go back to the original. And at that point, I think the best thing you can do is, if you really get stuck on a song, you find a collaborator that you trust, that you like, and you really respect. Because then together you can really make that song what you want it to be. You know, like the vibe, the message of it. Because, I mean, we have the power. We are so blessed as songwriters, as musicians, to help others through our music. And I think that is just the greatest gift ever, and that's the only reason, or the number one reason for me to keep going. There's nothing more satisfying, more gratifying when someone sends me an email saying, man, thank you so much for making that music. You helped me through the hardest time of my life, or you helped me get through something. That to me is the most amazing thing ever. And I thank all my fans that have reached out and told me about that, because it's also important, I think, to tell the artist what they've done to you, you know, that they've helped you, because that's our bread and butter. Doesn't pay our bills, but it's our bread and butter, our emotional, our spiritual bread and butter, if you want to. So even though I don't want to make this all about, you know, songwriting, but I want to share my process, and I also want to share some ideas that if you are getting stuck, that you could use to really open up. And trust me, the more you do it, the easier it's going to become. And if you write some crap songs, that's fine. I've written many, and I will continue writing many, and that's the whole point. You keep writing and you keep writing until that gem falls out. You know, yesterday my song is called Melodies and Memories, and it came out so quickly. I mean, effortless. And I think I'm not going to change much at all, other than producing the music better. I was really, really happy about it. And when I first started the song, I had no idea what I'm going to do. But it became really, really easy. All of a sudden, I had that melody in my head, and I knew exactly what I'm writing about. It was very effortless. It doesn't always happen. Anyway, you guys have an amazing weekend. I will maybe, hopefully, talk to you tomorrow. And if not, I'll be back for Monday Motivation. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. And I will talk to you soon. Love you guys. And here's a bonus tip. You can go deep. Sit down for a few minutes and really think about something in your life, a big event in your life, good or bad, that really had a huge impact on you, and write about that. We oftentimes don't want to go deep, right? But why not? You might be surprised what will come out.